In this episode, I'm going to be talking about the Yutrax UTV trailer. As you can see, I've had mine now probably like 3 years. It's holding up really well. There's some things that I do like about it and some things that I don't like about it, but yeah, I'll go over the pros of this. You can actually have it shipped to you. It comes apart in pieces. It just kind of, it's a bolt together, which is a weird thing. These side pieces do come off, though I do never take them off. It is a dump trailer, which I think is, I am not a really big fan of it. I wish they would have actually just made it one piece on the tongue, and because the tongue is actually two pieces with the bar in the middle, and it wobbles. So I'm not a big fan of that. The dump, I never use it as a dump bed. When you load it with wood, you can load it over 1,000 pounds, and I mean, there's no way you're gonna flip it to dump it. So I mean, it's kind of a, you know, these side rails, I never take them off. They're kind of a pain in the butt to take in and take off. Well, like this one, I mean, they do come off pretty easy. Now I will show you this. I mean, you can see it's holding up pretty good. I mean, there's some rust in there. I try to put this thing away in the barn. A lot of times I just leave it outside. Too lazy. It's full of wood, full of junk. I did add a front wheel on the front, just one of those clamp-on ones. One of the big home stores had them on Black Friday for like $10. It's just the trailer. It's the fold-up one. But here's what I was talking about. So you've got a lot of rattling there on that part of it though. But like I said, this thing, the tires, I wasn't as impressed when I first got it. I'm like, oh, they're kind of like some weird looking ATV tires that I've never seen that tread pattern before. They hold up really well. One time I filled this with oak way over capacity. I shouldn't have. And the tires did they started rippling like a dragster. They kind of had that weird spiral. And then I knew, I'm like, okay, I'm loading this thing too much. But they only hold 10 pounds pressure. They're great. My property's got a lot of wet sections. As you can see, the tires are caked in mud right now. This thing with a full load of wood just glides over, leaves minimal trails. I do like the one that they sell with the extra set of wheels, but for the price, this is fine. I originally bought this when I had an ATV, and then when I got my UTV, it pulls behind great. It's narrower than the UTV, so I never have to worry about hanging it up on anything. Its capacity is great. I know there's some reviews, the bottom is mesh, and you know, if you throw logs and stuff in there, it can damage it. If you see mine right now, I'll do some close-ups of it. The whole bottom is just full of wood chips and pieces of just junk scrap. I just leave them in there. It protects the bottom. Who knows, I might have a hole in the bottom, don't even know it, but so far it holds everything really good. Some of the things that I have added, there's those little ATV handlebar gun racks. I've got some, Copeland I think makes them. They mount onto the handlebars, but they've actually got a square cutout. You could mount them onto here, and you can put tools on there like axes, you know, your lumberjack tools and stuff like that on there, shovels, things like that. I did put on the front, you can see one, I'll do another close-up on there, the old school window rifle rack. I had it attached to the front, and I would put tools on the front, but I didn't drill into it. I zip tied them on there. You know, it worked for like about a month or so, and then the zip ties broke off. So that was kind of a dumb, you know, some redneck engineering on my end that if I would have used Velcro straps or anything but that, it probably would have worked, you know. Okay, what are the advantages of the Yutrax versus like a cheap farm store wagon trailer? This one, I got it at a garage sale for maybe like 50 bucks. I bought, actually I didn't even buy, somebody gave me some lawnmower tires, some bigger tires because they had little skinny tires on there. I ended up using this. I don't know if you can see though, the height of this though, the center of gravity is a lot higher. It doesn't go over bumps as well. The Yutrax, the tires are out and the cargo carrier is dropped down lower. So this, your cargo is, you know, almost 2 feet above the ground, where the Yutrax drops it down to the same level as the axle. It makes riding it much better. You pull this thing behind you and it just bounces all over. You hit a log, it'll flip over. I mean, I've had not the best luck. The Yutrax, I'll drive over stuff, logs, whatever, junk in the woods, and it just works really well. So I would totally recommend that.